Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, I feel pretty confident of a substantial snowfall on the way. Still some subtle things that we have to iron out over the next 12 hours, especially in regards to precipitation type, as we check out live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. And again, we are not dealing with stormy weather for this evening or tonight, so it looks fine. The skies are dry. The setup for tomorrow is mostly a snowstorm. Mainly snow is the precipitation type. However, along the immediate south shore, especially out towards the Cape, the islands, and right along the coastline, for a time, we may see a bit of rain and sleet mixing in, but even with that, a turn back over to all heavy snow is likely. This may cut down on the snowfall totals just a little bit. Elsewhere, further to the north, where the air is a little colder, it's mainly a wet snow. I don't think it's going to be one of a dry, fluffy snow. It's the kind of snow that'll stick to tree limbs and power lines. Here's the timetable. Beginning, the first flakes between, say, 6 and 8 o'clock in the morning, but the heaviest snow really turning on between 11 o'clock in the morning until at least 10 o'clock tomorrow night. And as mentioned, for a short time, a little bit of sleet and rain may mix in along the south shore, but don't let that fool you, because a change back over to all snow is likely. This will be a wind-driven heavy snow, wind gusts over 40 miles per hour near the coastline with that heavy wet snow. So the impacts, of course, poor travel, especially by late morning and through the afternoon and evening commute near whiteout conditions at times, that situation where the snow is blowing sideways, possibility of power outages, the weight of the snow with the strong gusty winds, and there'll be some blowing and drifting as well. So the winter storm warning in effect for the areas shaded in pink, a winter storm watch for the areas in blue. So this has been upgraded now to a warning, meaning heavy accumulations are likely. Very windy conditions. High wind warning for the Cape and Islands, gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour. Elsewhere, gusts between 30 and 50 miles per hour are likely tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. So downtown Providence right now, sort of the calm before the storm. It's 39. Actually, temperatures are pretty mild after topping out at 40. The humidity is still very dry. Most locations now very comfortable temperatures for this time of year in the upper 30s, but with the storm will come colder air. The leading edge of the snow is actually drying up before it hits the ground, so the closest snow reaching the ground is out across central Pennsylvania, but certainly by, say, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, we'll start to see the first flakes of snow. Initially, we were thinking a late in the morning start time, but now it should arrive a little earlier. The area of moisture, you can see a big strip of blue across the upper Midwest, but it's down here where a secondary storm will be taking shape, and that'll be the primary storm system, the nor'easter, that'll really wind up as far as the wind and the heavy precipitation. So for this evening, there are no weather problems other than a slow increase in the cloud cover. Overnight tonight, cloudy skies. By 5 o'clock in the morning, we start to see at least some flurries, turning over to light snow at 6 in the morning, steady snow by 9 a.m., 11 o'clock in the morning, it's a heavy snow, and that continues throughout the afternoon and evening hours with temperatures in the mid-30s for daytime highs. So again, the brunt of the storm is during the afternoon and evening hours. It'll be a wind-swept heavy snow with strong northeasterly winds, 25 to 35 miles per hour, but gusts to 40 and perhaps gusting up to 60 miles per hour across the Cape and the islands. And even out here for a short time, a little bit of rain and sleet may be mixing in. So how much are we anticipating? Well, it's pretty substantial as we check out the accumulations. Keep in mind, this won't be realized until tomorrow night. Good chunk of our area, 10 to 15 inches of snow. I have the South Shore with 8 to 10 with the anticipation of a brief mix. But if we don't get a lot of mixing down here, the 10 to 15 will have to be brought down to the South Shore. But bottom line is a substantial snowfall coming up for tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. 7-day outlook, when does it all end? Well, get up Thursday morning, the sun is back, but it's snow all over the ground. 34 degrees. Friday looks fine, and Valentine's Day weekend looks good too. Sunshine, chilly and dry with temperatures in the mid-30s. So it starts off light tomorrow morning, but boy, it really picks up in the afternoon and evening, and a tough go coming home around this time tomorrow.
Okay.